This is why always in yoga, Brahma Muhurtam you should be up. You get that point during twilight to some extent. What kind of suffering they're going through in 1 year or in 1 day, you don't have to do anything. If you're just alert and looking, they have misunderstood instruments of survival or as instruments of knowing. The greatest predicament that a human being faces and the greatest tragedy that human beings are going through and the greatest struggle that all humans seem to be toiling with is just this. Their sensory perception gives one-sided perception. If you see this, you can't see this. If you see light, you can't see darkness. If you hear sound, you can't hear silence. So, life becomes a heap of opposites or contradictions. Trying to wade their way through these contradictions, how much suffering, unbelievable. How much confusion, how much struggle. If this nearly 8 billion people, if you document what kind of suffering they're going through in 1 year or in 1 day, just 1 day, it's enough for eternity. All this is simply because they have misunderstood instruments of survival or as instruments of knowing. You must know which is light and which is darkness if you want to walk through this. You must know which is man, which is woman if you have to operate in the world. So these differences are very one-sided. Just being a man or a woman, how much circus in the world? Forget about light and darkness, that's more complicated. Gender is the simplest damn thing, but how much struggle, how much social confusion, how many religions and scriptures have been written about this misunderstanding endlessly. This is just that because between light and darkness, you think they are two different worlds, because it looks like that. The day looks like one kind of world, this planet looks different during the day. During the night, it's a completely different world, but it is not, it's the same world. I think you get that point during twilight to some extent. This is why it's always important to wake up before the sun comes up, because you don't have to do anything. If you're just alert and looking, slowly the perception will go into you. This is why always in yoga, Brahma Muhurtam you should be up because twilight starts then. In twilight, if you're awake, you perceive that the differences that you have made out in your mind because of misperceptions of senses that you have settles within you. When that happens? When? When a man is woman, bird a flower, red is blue, life, death, twilight.
Okay, now continuing further, we all witnessed whatever Sadhguru told, right? And we all are practicing yoga and pranayam at one time or the other, one yoga, one pranayam at certain times or certain time of the day. But you know that during the Sandhya Kalas, that is around sunrise and sunset, everything is in a state of flux. If you practice at that time, your ability to transcend limitations is better because your life energies are in a state of flux. We already have heard this statement several times from Sadhguru. Now, do you know the actual reason behind this? This is because when we do any spiritual practices, all these practices create a certain amount of Ushna or heat in your body. Heat not in terms of temperature but as one of these three aspects, the other ones being Shita and Pitta, that controls various functions in the human system. Now if you generate excess of Ushna, now this Ushna is also known as Samat Prana. Now if your Samat Prana is high, you feel that your body is hot. But if you take your temperature through a thermometer, it will become normal. Ushna is not like any other fever. It is an experiential heat. Now, this Samat Prana or Saman Vayu is the in charge of maintaining the warmth of the body. A yogi always wants to keep the body a slightly warmer side because heat always indicates intensity and dynamism. If the body cools beyond a certain point, it creates inertia in the system. Almost all the practices are designed to take you to somewhat at higher realm than what people normally live at. So, when your energies are at a higher realm, then your body will function at an easier pace. It can be proved in a matter of just 3 to 6 weeks. Yes, that if you do certain practices and get your energies at a certain level, your physiological factors will settle down and go at an easier pace. On the other hand, when your energies are low, your body tend to go at the higher pace to keep the life process going, which will deplete the system. And if your bodily functions go at a certain speed, your mind will go crazy, and above all, it will reduce your lifespan. So, we are conscious that doing practices will raise the Ushna in the system. And that is why, if we practice yoga at higher temperature, that is, if the temperature outside is high and the Ushna that is generating in the body will rise beyond a certain point, then it can cause the cellular damage. That is why yogic practices, whatever spiritual practices, whatever yogasanas are being done, are always to be done at cooler hours of the day or between day and night, where there is a transition that reduces the friction within the system, and therefore the practices will generate less Ushna if we practice our practices during the time of early morning hours or in the late evening during sunset, that is Sandhya Kalas. And that is why, because yoga involved in tropical climates as in India, we always say that the yogic practices must happen before 8:30 in the morning or after 4 or 4:30 in the evening during the time of sunset. So, if you're looking for dramatic spiritual progress, you must do your yogic practices before sunrise, which usually means starting the practices at Brahma Muhurat, which is the last quarter of the night, anywhere between 3:30 a.m. to 5 or 6 a.m. or whatever is the time of sunrise. At that time, there is a certain process that you will naturally become conscious if you do your practices in a certain way. And lastly, it is very much necessary that if you want to be a being of the future, it is necessary to remold the fundamentals of who you are. That is what we are trying to do with yogic practices, that we want to remold ourselves into something entirely different. And so the best time of the day to do this is always the Sandhya Kalas or the Brahma Muhurat, when the energies of the planet are going through a certain transition and the friction within the system is greatly reduced, which allows the remolding to happen much more easily. Well, there are other aspects to it too, but these two are the most fundamental reasons that we do yoga early morning or in the late evening, that is after 4 or 4:30 in the evening. The first one is that it will generate less Ushna in the system and the outside temperature is also less, so we are protected from the cellular damage. And secondly, during these timing, that is during Sandhya Kalas or Brahma Muhurat, the energies on the planet are going through a certain transition, and so the friction within the system is greatly reduced, which allows the remolding to happen in our body much more easier. And finally, winding up, the Brahma Muhurat is the best time for you to do practices if you really want to transcend your physical nature or know dimensions that we refer to as spiritual. But if you are looking just for physical health, then the Sandhya Kalas around sunrise or sunset is the best time to do practices. Now, Brahma Muhurtam or Sandhya Kalas doing yoga practices are only valid for those who are practicing yoga, right? But if you are someone who do not know what you should practice and you really want to start something spiritual or not even spiritual, just to maintain your physical health, you want to do certain yoga, certain simple yoga that will take less time and you will get a major benefit. 21 days yoga challenge has already been started in Sadhguru app. The simple yoga or the breathing processes that is being taught there is really life changing. If you want to know in detail about that 21 days yoga challenge, I have already told it in this video. If you want, you can check the video, link of which I have given in the description. And if you are someone who literally wants to do some yoga practices, you want to start certain yoga or pranayam in your life, then you can simply start without thinking with the 21 days yoga challenge. Now don't make questions that this 21-day challenge is what it is going to do. In 21 days, what will happen? Yes, you are right. In 21 days, nothing will happen. But at least when you do regularly for 21 days, you will be a life proof that certain changes are happening in your way of thinking, in your way of sitting, and in your way of feeling activeness. And if you are able to become conscious about the little changes, the little benefits that will happen to you in these 21 days, you will surely continue it for next 3 to 6 months. And once you complete 3 to 6 months, nobody can stop you. So just start with this 21 days yoga challenge. And finally, winding up the video, hope you loved the video and found this meaningful. And if yes, do not forget to give it a like, share and subscribe. Up to next, stay safe, healthy, happy and namaskaram.